Hello, welcome to the Xbox 360 edition of World of Tanks. I'm Inferno from Billy Goat Free Plays, and today I will be guiding you through an overview of the Wolfentrager E-100, off E-100. Right now, there's the stats of the first cannon, the 128 millimeter cannon. It does around 500 to 600 damage a shot. You have 6 rounds in a drum, 6 shots in the drum, with a penetration of 352. It's a 60-second reload, which is okay for a tier 10 that has 6 shots, so it's about a normal tier 10, since one shot is every 10 seconds. But it has a good engine power of 1,200 horsepower, and the transfer speed is 24 kilometers an hour for the turret, and 30 transfer speed for the hull. Then this has an upgraded package, which you can get if you really want to. Personally, this is not my favorite package of the off E-100. It has 4 shots with a 50-second reload, but it does an average of 800 to 750 or damage. It has a little bit less penetration of 334, but overall it's an okay cannon if you like doing more damage more quickly. So overall, you have the huge house head, which has about 20 millimeters on the front, 10 on the sides, and about like 12 or something on the back. I think it might be less, but there's nothing on the back, so basically 0 on the back of the head. But the hull armor is a totally different thing. The front of the hull has around 200 millimeters, the side has around 120 millimeters, and the back has 150. I don't know why it has more on the back, but apparently they thought that shooting the whole of the back would do something when you have a huge head to shoot at, which is easier to pin. But overall, it's great aiming time. It's really good at sniping, and between rounds, it has like a second and a half to shoot. But the aiming time is actually 1.5 seconds, and the accuracy is 2.8. So if you have good shot, oh, my bad. Its accuracy is 0.28, which is overall an okay average for a tank destroyer. So now it's time to go do some battles. Let's take a look at some gameplay. Looks like we have a standard battle on Live Oaks. Right now I'm using the WT off that has the 128 millimeter cannon, which to me, in my point of view, I like it more because it has 6 shots, 500 damage a shot. Looks like we got some beautiful tier 10s on this. Obviously, it's a tier 10 game, but we have one more tier 10, it looks like, but we got a couple more tier 8s. Right now, I'm probably going to go play as a tank destroyer and snipe. But as you can tell, this tank is a monster. But it also has the E-100's body on the bottom, but it has the rotatable turret. See, basically it's got the JGPZ body, all the E-100's body, because basically all the same, but it has a house on its head. That is the weakest point. That's where you always want to shoot an WT off E-100. But as I have 10 seconds to my reloads done, which is, since my crew is fully upgraded, I have a 57-second reload instead of a minute, which that is about average is a minute. But it looks like I got some pretty good teammates. I got one tier 10, it looks like, with me. I got Lorraine in the bat chat. I actually have 2 of the E50M too. So it looks like I got some support as we climb up this hill. And now I will show you the amazing as my stupid teammate crosses in front of me, causing me to shoot him and not the actual enemies. As that was not me, that was like a combination of somebody else. And he is dead. I had no clue why I took that last shot, but I did. Anyways, so I'm just gonna lay back and wait for myself to reload. As my teammates either take damage or deal damage. It can go either way. But an average costing for a shot for the IS-7, not IS-7, that's the IS-7 in front of me. But the average cost for the WT off E-100 is about 1,000 a shot, which can cost you a lot of silver. So basically, you don't want to go around using this tank and shooting crazy. That is just going to make you lose silver every game. Especially since this tank also has a lot of repairs that it will cost for. Right now, I'm waiting until I'm reloaded to see if I can even get a nice shot off on this IS-7 frontal. I'm pretty shot. I sure know I was gonna ding that. But I will wait, as I usually do with a tank destroyer, because going out there with a huge target on your head probably won't do me any good. But I'll kind of scoot up here so I can. Obviously, as you can tell, I have hardly any gun depression. I can basically have hardly any because tanks as the Germans don't have gun depression. But I don't want to take this shot because it's just going to waste because I can't pin that piece turret. Especially with how much pin I have with this cannon. But as he turns his turret, I get a nice shot off on the side of his turret. Probably should scoot up because our team is pushing right now. But actually, what I probably should want to do. Oh, I hit the wrong tank there. And as he backed up, I dinged the front of his armor, which was an unfortunate shot. But I am actually going to go back to our base to do whatever I can to try to stop them from taking it, as my teammates continue towards the other side of their base. Looks like we have one tank destroyer, which I can't tell who it is, but I guess I can look here. Which is the E-3 is going to try holding them off. As I sit back and reload. As I actually have the Leopard P shoot helping me. But I probably should get up here and wait for another couple seconds for myself to get done reloading. Actually, right here, I'm going to start letting rip into this. As I finish off that guy, there's a little bit of lag I am experiencing right now, but I'm going to sit back and I'm going to use these last two shots I probably have to try to stop them from either killing me or taking our base, which is impossible actually. So I'm going to back down because I just got detected, and that E4 would definitely wreck me. What, just for... Well, actually, no, I'm not going to go to base. No, you're not going to be able to get to me in time anyways. Overall, that was an okay game for being a tank destroyer and off. I had hit on my team. But overall, that was an average game. I mean, 1,000 XP is pretty good. With only... I did around 4,700 damage. That looks like it's more than way any of our team had. I don't know why I didn't get high caliber, but that's okay for being in the middle and having one kill. Overall, this was an excellent game. Redshire Encounter Battle. For the Wolfentrager, I will be using the 15cm cannon. To show you, on my point of view, it sucks. with 4 shots and don't like it very much. 4 shots with a 50-second reload. So it's a lot shorter than the last one. It also does a lot more damage. It looks like it's a nice battle. Don't know why PGSFL5 is playing with the RHM, but he screwed himself. Oh, he screwed the team, never mind. I will be going to snipe over in this corner. If you already didn't know, you don't want to ram a WT off because it weighs 100 tons. It would basically be committing suicide, which people would do. But overall, it's not a very slow tank with 1,200 horsepower. It's an average speed of like between 35. What the downside is when you're sniping, you got no cover because your head is just too big. It stands over any bush, and it's impossible to stay unhidden. So I have T-54 E-1, and I have a nice RE, so it's T-92. And I have an AT-15 slowly coming down. You tell me you can't hide. It's beautiful. There's no hiding. Now it's just a waiting game for the teammates to go spot the people. And that was a miss. Epic fail. As you can tell, this can does a lot of damage. Really, not really fast actually. I probably could have wrecked him. And I will probably just step back and reload because I just don't want to have one shot in my drum to shoot and miss. But as you can tell, it's a good example of how much damage this thing can do. And the accuracy was actually spot on. The first shot I completely failed. That was all my fault. But we just basically screwed.
Target acquired. I don't see the target.
We basically screwed that E-75 for the rest of the game because he's probably walking around with like 500 hit points or maybe 200. I don't really know. But now we got an E-50 trying to be heroic and tease somebody. I don't know who though. I don't know how he has a shot on. But now they know we're here, and E-100 took a wild shot. But since they know we're here, I'll just be having to wait even longer because the team obviously doesn't want to come back out. And there's that E-75 that I screwed earlier. As you can tell, I probably want to go back to where I spawned because it looks like my whole team died over there. I don't know how the E-100 failed, but I'm assuming the WT off E-100 killed the E-100 because, to be honest, the 128mm gun can wreck it off. It has, you can miss one shot. But I don't know about this gun, but it might. If I can get a good shot on RHM, I can. Nope, he's behind the buildings. But now it's just going back to defend. As you can tell, That was a shot in the dark and apparently it very much worked out for me. Now I just reload. So I don't have a full clip. As you can tell, it's terrible to waste your shots and off. That would have been a big waste of a shot if I didn't hit him. We got a moss in the base. Oh, never mind, he's not in the base. I'm assuming that E-50 is in the base. I'm gonna get shot by this T-30. Nope, he's not even going out here. I'm pretty sure water's not gonna drown you in this tank. Yours a little too big for it. But I'm gonna go up here, see if I can. I just two-shot. Technically, I would have two-shot if someone else didn't shoot him. Oh yes. The off also has a terrible gun, as you can tell. I have to repair my gun because it's really easy just to wreck it. Right? Especially because there's no armor on the head to deflect any shots. Pretty sure a tier 1 could probably take out my head if he had to. If I ever went up against one, because he can easily hit it. Because, I mean, 20 millimeters of armor on the head isn't gonna do that much. Only if I was reloaded I could wreck. But now he's trying to turn his gun to see me. I would take a lot of shot there. It looks like so far his teams are pretty even. I mean, we still got almost all our tier 10 to take that back. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can get any shots on Conquer. That was a waste of a shot. That was a fail shot again. And that was another fail. You know, I'm just failing with this gun. See? And I don't know how the heck I dinged that, but don't shoot the frontal armor on that tank. I'm just warning you now, apparently you cannot pin that. Oh god. And we have a, look at this, we have a retarded T-30 doesn't even know I'm here, apparently. He does know I'm here. I could really just wreck him right now if I wasn't reloading. But I'm just gonna have to sit back and watch him shoot my teammates. Oh, and now I got detected. Wonderful. I've been detected. Yes. I really got detected. And in a second, once I finish reloading, I will start nailing this stuff. Or the carnivore can shoot me. See if I can wait for this carnivore and pop his head out, because I really don't get shot by him again. Still, that was a really high roll of damage right there. 838 is not the average you do with this tank, but it's a pretty okay roll. Especially, I really didn't need it right there to be able to take on that T-30. But it looks like we have won, unless this Hardy can clutch it, which would really be terrible if he could. So basically, that is all that's good about the 15 centimeter can, or 150. It has a really okay amount of damage. I'm never gonna get there. But it's also got a nice, little shorter reload. But yeah, I was never gonna get there in time. So it's a beautiful off. It's like even with the double XP, I have 3,500, but I originally would have gotten 1,700. But I got some good hits. Let's see how much damage I did. I did 5,100 damage. Almost at the top, but the Object 261 beat me at the end with damage, so I didn't gotta get high caliber. And I don't know how the D4 did that. I really don't know. He did a lot less damage and I did more kills, but it's not that bad of a gun.